Shalom. I love you all. Boker Tov. We are on video number 15 of Wormwood, The Secret of Lawlessness in One Word. I've shortened the videos so that you guys can get more out of the lessons, so that you guys will hopefully have time to watch the whole video. We are on Antioches Epiphanes 165 BCE. This Greek ruler has set up an image of Zeus in the temple. Epiphanes means manifest. Okay. So this Greek ruler set up an image of Zeus in the temple, a type of the abomination of desolation spoke of in Daniel 11. His desecrations and cruelty persisted for over 3 years. What is going on with my phone? That was weird. It wasn't even... I had it on Sister Phyllis's video, the one that she just put up, and then it just started talking again, but the video was over and my screen was off. That was very strange. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, his desecrations and cruelty persisted for over 3 years. My thing is messed up. There we go. Okay. He established these laws over the Yahudim. You shall profane the Shabbat. What? Okay, this is the Greek laws that Epiphanes created for the Yahudim, and they are ridiculous. So, what was I going to say here? So, exclaimer. Disclaimer. There we go. Disclaimer. You shall profane the Shabbat. You shall change the set times or festivals and laws. You shall set up idols. You shall eat unclean animals. You shall not circumcise. You shall forget Torah. Okay, these were all made up by man, by some evil Greek man. And they were to change all the laws that Yahuah put in place. That is the wrong thing. These are all the wrong things to do. 3 years and 2 months later, the temple was taken back and rededicated. This is known as the Feast of Dedication or Festival of Lights. The Hebrew word Hanukkah means dedication. This festival became a civil celebration and is mentioned at Yehukanan, John 10:22. Were you taught there are sacraments? Men invented the sacraments. You mean they just made stuff up? When the Star Trek crew pretends the cardboard fixtures they fiddle with are real, operational weapons, tractor beams, or transporters, those watching also pretend they are real. It's a fantasy, but while it is happening, everyone pretends it is real. Religion is the same imaginary pretense. Reality is where we need to be, so we will become sober-minded. We need deprogramming. In Latin, the word hoc est corpus meum literally means, this is my body. There, that's better. These words spoken originally in Hebrew by Yahusha were pointing to himself and his body of followers. We are his body, and he is the head of his body. Oh, I wish there was a place I could set her. If there wasn't so much stuff up there, she'd probably just sit up there like a cat. Okay, here we go. You're making me hot, Bella. Okay. We are his body, and he is the head of his body. The unleavened aspect represented that body. 1 Corinthians 5:7. Uncorrupted by the teachings of men. The teachings of men are referred to in Scripture as leaven. He is the head, and we his body, partake of his sufferings. Instead of Passover, the circus calls the repeated ritual of remembering Yahushua's death the sacrifice of the Mass and a bloodless sacrifice. In this ritual, it was believed the common bread transubstantiates into the living body of Yahushua. This concept caused even more idolatry, such as genuflecting to the host. It encourages literal worship and prayer to a displayed host in an object called a monstrance. This violates the first, second, and third commandments. These teachings are abominations in the cup of Circe, a name for the woman, aka Babel, causing the world to become drunken or mad. And such idolatry keeps the world unclean before the throne of Yahuah, incurring his blazing wrath on the day of Yahuah. Flee from the midst of Babel and let each one save his life. Do not be cut off in her crookedness, for this is the time of the vengeance of Yahuah. The recompense he is repaying her. Babel was a golden cup in the hand of Yahuah, making drunk all the earth. The nations drank her wine. That is why the nations went mad. Are you reading, Bella Bean? Yeah? Jeremiah, Yirmiyahu 51, 6, and 7. See also 2 Peter 3, Zechariah 14, Malachi 4, 1 Thessalonians 5, 2 Thessalonians 1, Matthew 24, and Ual or Joel 2. Worship of the host in a sunburst monstrance is idolatry. Is there not a lie in my right hand? Yashayahu 44:20, Torah Institute advice. It can be ground to dust, so don't worship it unless you want to drink it. I taught a lesson from Yahuwah's redemptive story about how they made an idol and somebody crushed it up and put it in the water and made everyone drink of it. And they said, no, it's going to make us sick. But they were still forced to drink from it because they had to learn that you can't make an idol. You can't worship an idol. The worship of the host of heaven, Acts 7:42, involved the zodiac, the moon, the sun, and stars. And one of the elements was the image of the crux, which depicted the equinoxes, the intersection of the celestial meridian and the celestial equator twice each year. Repairs of the breach. The 10 Commandments are the eternal covenant, and they teach us how to love Yahuwah and love our neighbor. They are not difficult. They are our great commission to teach the old paths in which to dwell. Nazarene are the repairs of the breach before the reapers come on the day of Yahuwah. The 7th day of each week is also called the set-apart day of Yahuwah. Isaiah or Yashayahu 58:12-14. And those from among you shall build the old waste places. You shall raise up the foundations of many generations, and you would be called the repairer of the breach, the restorer of streets to dwell in. If you do not turn back your foot from the Shabbat, from doing your pleasure on my set-apart day, and shall call the Shabbat a delight, the set-apart day of Yahuwah esteemed, and shall esteem it, not doing your own ways, nor finding your own pleasure, nor speaking your own words, then you shall delight yourself in Yahuwah, and I shall cause you to ride on the heights of the earth, and feed you with the inheritance of Jacob your father. For the mouth of Yahuwah has spoken. Ear. It's like I'm in the mountains or something. It feels like there's air in my ear. Okay. Paul's writings are misunderstood by the lawless, as Peter explained at 3 Peter 3:16. Paul explained at Colossians 2 how the shadows of things to come for the body of Yahushua outline our redemption. Yahushua has sealed us with his name for the day of our redemption, which is one of those shadows. Yom Kippur, when reapers are unleashed to harvest the earth. See book Reapers. Most will be burned, but the first fruits will be protected by the same seraphim doing the reaping. The weeds are removed first. Afterwards, the wheat is gathered into the new Jerusalem. The redemptive shadows were rejected by Constantine since the whole culture of Torah was abhorred by his direct order. The interpretation of Paul by the lawless circus fathers was revealed by Paul himself at Acts 20, when he spoke with the elder Nazarene of his own time. He said men would arise from them who were savage wolves, not sparing the flock. When the light dawns on you, you will see Psalm 1 and Psalm 119 as being the pure thoughts of Yahuwah's plan for all mankind. See also Ecclesiastes 12:13, Revelation 12, and Revelation 14. Anyone who annuls the least of the commandments will be the least in the reign of Yahushua, but he who guards and teaches them will be the greatest. I will leave off here. I love you all, and I hope that you learned something new from this lesson. I hope that Yahuah Baruks you and your families, and that you all have a blessed day. I love you all so much. Baruch haba Hashem Yahuwah. Shalom and blessings.